Okay, I think we are back, finally. Hello, welcome, and good day to yous. It has been some time. So yeah, hello, Zacharias here. It's been a while, haven't seen me in a couple of weeks. And haven't seen a lot of me in, what feels like a couple of months now. I've had bit of stuff getting in the way of regularly streaming. The biggest hurdle being me, and the second biggest hurdle being just improper tech. This controller is officially bit the dust, and I'm gonna have to put some stuff to the side until I can get that sorted out. But we can still do stuff like Disco Elysium, for example, which I'll be starting today. And yeah, like I mentioned previously, I'm getting sick of the stagnation I'm starting to feel with this channel. I'm gonna try to switch things up, make it a bit more casual and less. I don't know. I feel like the way I've been playing games has been very structured and very much like a let's play format. I'm not sure if that's ever really going to go away. It's just the method by which I play, I suppose. I play a game and I release it as such. Um, but I think I'm going to mess around with stuff. Maybe starting as early as next week. I think I want to try playing several games at once just to keep things fresh, keep it interesting for me, maybe for you guys. I don't know what you prefer. So yeah, probably looking at like two games I'll try to play consistently week to week, and then like a third stream for whatever I'm feeling is where I'm at right now. But that's then. This is now. Let's get into it. Welcome to our new series, I guess, and placeholder for Shenmue until I can sort things out. Disco Elysium. I have been eagerly looking forward to playing this. I know a bit about what goes on here in oh darn, I've heard the name of this city a few times now, and I just forgot what it was. Oh well, not important. The less I know, probably the better. I do know, though, that this game is based off of a tabletop system designed by the original producers of Zaum. So, yeah, I'm seeing archetypes here and a character I can create for myself, which is obviously what I'm going to do. Because I want to... I think I'm going to try to make a character as closely resemblant as to myself as I can for my first playthrough, anyway. Well, let's see what we got here. Thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. They're very intelligent, they have good motor skills, but their psyche and their physical stats are trash. On the inverse, you got the sensitive, very psychological, magnetic personality, but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. Huh. Really good psyche and phys. Low intelligence and motor. Physical, extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Yeah, I'm seeing some archetypes here. You know, personally, I have looked at the character creation just a bit to help me familiarize with myself with how things work here. I'm going to start here for the moment, because I don't feel like I particularly excel or lack in any of these. It's all reliant on this next category, which I've seen, which I still need to look over. I think I'm gonna choose what I like out of these, and then use that to maybe help influence whether I want more intellect or more physique or lower motorics. Motorics. Huh. Alrighty. Got my marker, got my board full of concepts. Let's start ranking. Logic. Hello? Info? There we go. Cool for analysts, pure rationalists, obviously logicians. Logic urges you to analyze the living daylights out of the case, enables you to piece evidence together, detect inconsistencies in statements, and impress everyone with your astonishing conclusions. It's the bread and butter of many a detective. High logic will be able to solve even the most complicated puzzles. You'll be very proud and thus susceptible to intellectual flattery. For those blinded by their own brilliance, often miss important clues. Alright, so you're pretty good at the big picture, but you might miss some of the smaller stuff. Low logic, you're going to have a hard time solving even the simplest puzzle, even if you find the pieces. Good luck putting them together. I do feel like I'm fairly decent at logic, so I'm going to put that at a high for now. Encyclopedia. I'm pretty sure I know where this is going. Thinkers, historians, trivia freaks. Encyclopedia makes you a know-it-all, turning your mind into a database of facts. It enables you to draw on these facts innately, offering a wealth of background knowledge to all things related and unrelated to your case. Who knows when the history of cigarette brands will provide the breakthrough you need to arrest a murderer? Good luck asking me anything about that. When a knowledge of a pre-revolutionary gun might save a life. Yeah, I got some pretty useless tidbits of information that I don't think are going to help me in day-to-day circumstances. This is almost certainly going to be low. At high levels, Encyclopedia shares this wealth of knowledge to an almost overwhelming degree. While it may give you crucial breakthroughs, it more often will clutter your mind with useless tidbits. Yeah, I've got the downside of this. No upside. With low levels of Encyclopedia, though, you'll be forced to work with only the clues in front of you. Without any background knowledge, coping is going to be tough stuff. Encyclopedia low. Rhetoric. Cool for ideologues, conversationalists, and would-be politicians. Rhetoric urges you to debate, make intellectual discourse, nitpick, and win. It enables you to break down arguments and hear what people are really saying. You'll spot fallacies as soon as they're used. What exactly did the waiter leave out of their testimony? What was the dancer trying to divert you from? Was that double entendre intended, or did you just get an accidental lead? At high levels, rhetoric will make you an impressive political beast, one whose beliefs are impenetrable, which is to say, one whose mind will not change, one who will calcify. With low rhetoric, though, you'll have a hard time of shooting down any argument. Nailing people to their testimonies will be nigh impossible. This is like how stout of mind I am, how easy it is for me to influence people and be influenced. Oh, no, that sounds more like suggestion, which I'm seeing over here. it's my ability to debate and present or represent my case, which I feel like I'm pretty bad at. I put that a low. Drama. Undercover cops, thespians at the stage, and psychopaths. Oh no. Drama urges you to treat the world as a stage, and on it, to perform. It enables you to lie, to concoct the most elaborate and wonderful stories, to take on ingenious personas and perform acts of stagecraft in an entertaining amalgam of forbery and deceit. As well, it enables you to see through would-be actors and their false antics. If they lie, you'll know immediately. At high levels, drama may render you an insufferable thespian, one prone to hysterics and bouts of paranoia, for to know the world is a stage is to know that truth is a vanity. However, with low drama, you cannot lie or discern when others lie, and a cop who can't do either is a cop who's going to soon be lying 6 feet under. Cops lie? They can't. That's it. You're a police officer, an upholder of justice. You have to tell the truth, right? I feel like I'm a rather dramatic person. I did excel rather well in drama and performing arts. I felt very at home. I went to art school. Conceptualization. For creatives, psychedelic fanciers, and critics. Conceptualization has a special role it wants you to play in this world. Not the role of cop, but of art cop. Oh, alrighty. It enables you to make fresh associations to delve into world concepts from John Carp's postmodernist carpery to Revachol. That's the name of the city, Revachol. Revachol's arabesque architectural style, Derrida, and even the concept of hardcore. Okay, I went to art school, but I definitely failed art history. Like, okay, I didn't fail art history. I dropped out of art history like twice. If it doesn't interest me, I don't do particularly well at it, and art history was nothing but memorization. Not a great way to learn. You don't learn anything important either. You just learn, like, okay, here's a piece of art. Here's the things you're gonna have to remember. The title of it, sure. The person who made it, all right. The medium, all right, sure. Yep, that's usually pretty obvious, but good to know these techniques. The year it was made, important to the style that it's made in. Okay, who is it made for? I mean, we're getting pretty off basis here. Like, why do I need to know that? And like 1 or 2 other things. I know there was like 7 or 8 pieces of information I needed to know about every piece of art, and we do this at like, I don't know, 50 of them at a time. And that was it. You just have like 4 tests over the course of the semester that were just memorize facts about stuff. Did you do the test? Cool. Okay, you don't need to worry about that anymore, so you can flush that information. Nice. I didn't learn or retain anything. Now I'm getting off topic. At high levels, conceptualization makes you go big, perhaps too big. It is ostentatious, demanding grand displays. Why live life when you can throw yourself into a live volcano? At low levels, however, you will be unable to see the world in a creative light. You'll be unable to contribute to conversations in an art gallery. Only boring people will invite you to their dust parties. I do feel like I was fairly good at conceptualization. Not to demean any of the other departments, but I feel like the people in media and digital technologies were more concerned about the meaning behind art rather than the execution of it. And visual calculus. Cool for forensic scientists, tactical fighters, math-minded people. Visual calc versus you not only in the law of the state, but the laws of nature. It enables you to create virtual crime scene models in your mind's eye. You'll see how a bullet shattered the glass, and from that trace its trajectory with mathematical precision. You'll also count so many footprints and at a glance discern shoe size and design, as well as the height, weight, and gender of the one who wore them. Okay, I'm good at math, but I don't think I'm good at this type of math. High levels visual calculus makes the world reveal its secrets to you, but you may be so absorbed by your mind diorama, you don't notice as crooks steal your pants. However, at low levels, your mind's eye will be blind. Reconstructing crime scenes will be difficult without outside help. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm below average on that. I can put 2 and 2 together, but asking me to reconstruct a scene with just the clues that are present there, like any brilliant detective would, is totally out of my wheelhouse. Right, moving on to Psyche. Volition. Cool for sane people, well-adjusted cops, and the non-suicidal. Oof. Volition urges you to be a good guy to others and to yourself. Enables you to resist temptation. Be it in a bottle, between a pair of legs, or at the end of an iron barrel which promises oblivion. Jeez. Volition gives you the will to finish the investigation, improving your morale. One of the 2 health pools in the game. Yeah, so this is one of the things I wanted to familiarize myself beforehand. I know that physique and psyche directly contribute to how much physical health and how much mental health I have. So I don't want to have either of these lower than 2, because it'd be very easy for me to just game over from one minor mistake. That being said, I don't think I'm... Well, I might tank these a bit. Who knows? At high levels, Volition makes you hyper sane. When you're about to get funky, it keeps you normal. It's a bit of a party pooper. At low levels, however, you have little morale. Without it, you'll be a profoundly unstable cop, falling apart at the seams as you make irreversible mistakes. Okay, I'm a bit torn on this one, because it kind of sounds like Volition is also a mix of... Well, yeah, no, it is. It's a mixture of self-control, but also morality. Well, I do feel like I have a fairly decent sense of self-control. I probably have a bit looser morals. Something I'm just gonna put that one at a low. Because I'm not made of iron. Inland Empire. Cool for dreamers, paranatural investigators, and mental creators. Ooh, this sounds familiar. Inland Empire is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into that which you can't see. What's really going on? What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world fate? High levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimate. You'll have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change the course of investigation if you're not thrown in the loony bin first. With low Inland Empire, however, you'll be void of imagination and character. And how will you shape the cosmos? So it's my imagination. I'm going to put that one high. Empathy. Cool for judges of character, interviewers, and interrogators. Empathy breaks into the souls of others and forces you to feel what's inside. It enables you to notice social cues others may miss. Perhaps a hidden sadness you could coax out a little more? A strange joy from someone who should be bereaved? Or a hidden resentment that could return to harm you later? At high levels, empathy really puts you in other people's shoes. You'll cry for their sorrows, punch walls to relieve their angers, and be an even more unstable cop. Easily influenced by others. With low empathy, however, you'll be an ungainly beast, unable to talk to anyone without upsetting them. I feel like I'm good at reading people's emotions, but I can be rather apathetic about them. God, I'm maybe trying to make this a one-to-one with my own personality, or at least my perception of my personality, was a mistake. This is very. I'm just kind of exposing myself right now. Do I put that one high or low? I'm gonna make a mid. I've been kind of torn on a few of these. Mid. Authority. Leaders, experts of psychological warfare, and respect junkies. Yeah, that tracks. Authority urges you to assert and reassert your dominance over those around you. No. It enables you to understand the power dynamics of groups of thugs, know how far you can push a perpetrator, and how to establish control of situations. At high levels, authority demands respect. Even a perceived slight could send you into knee-breaking mode. He disrespected me. I had no choice. With low authority, however, you're forever in awkward situations, like when you suffer psychological breakdowns after you yell at teenagers and they laugh at you. Low. Low, low, low. Low, 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 low. Oh my god, low. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's not going anywhere. Now, how do I pronounce this one? Esprit de corps? It's cool for cops, cop aficionados, and pretend cops. So if I wanna... If I have, like, a need for power... Do I have some sort of complex here? It's this very spirit of policing, the Copgeist. It enables you to understand your blue-souled sisters and brothers, not only by picking up subtle signals from your partner, but by witnessing flash sideways scenes as they play out in your precinct. Only by picking up subtle signals from your partner. Okay, I mean, that kind of just sounds like empathy a little bit, but specifically for cops? By witnessing flash sideways scenes as they play out in your precinct. And that sounds like perception. Okay. At high levels, you'll be the very heart of the police force, not only willing and able, but obliged to take a bullet for your partner. However, without esprit de corps, you'll be flying blind, unable to understand discreet remarks colleagues make in high-stakes situations. Remarks that might just save your life. So it's how knowledgeable and how patriotic about the police I am. Yeah, that one's going to be a low. Suggestion. For diplomats, charmers, and sociopaths. Oh, boy. Suggestion urges a soft power approach. Yeah, it's nice that all of these categories aren't just cut and dry bonuses. Like, yeah, this is cool for thespians, but this is also something seen in psychopaths. This is seen in diplomats, people who can sway others, or sociopaths, people who can manipulate others. They've all got their benefits and their drawbacks. Suggestion urges a soft power approach. If people think they want what you want, you've already won. This skill enables you to implant ideas into the minds of others. You can make the citizens like you more. You can make gangsters turn on each other, too. Many crime rings have been broken by just a little doubt, after all. At high levels, a suggestion makes you affable to everyone and more resistant to their charms in turn. But all that schmoozing and oozing charm will make you slimy, and you'll know it, even if no one else does. With low levels of suggestion, though, you'll have difficulty getting any kind of rapport with others. You'll be alone, both during the day and at night. Yeah, I don't think I have a particularly great influence. Low. Looks like I'm going to be dumping Psyche a bit. Maybe making Inland Empire my signature skill to make up for its lower state. Because in addition to... so from what I've heard, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, all of my skills are going to rely on these 4 abilities. So I can get up to... So I got a +3... Let's see here. So yeah, so if I look at suggestion, I've got a +3. And then I can get points in the skill to further increase that number, as well as from items. And I guess this is a situational bonus. Probably. But I think there's a limitation on how much I can level up something based off of how many points I have in the base ability. So like volitions at or suggestions at 3 right now, and I can put 3 points in it to get it up to 6. But if Psyche was 2, then I could only get it as high as 4. But I think if I set something as a signature skill... Yeah, so I've got a signature skill bonus, and I can still get my learn skill bonus. And everything else now has 4 blips that I can fill. So now I can get that up to 4. So it's like... It's like these are 3 out of 6, and this is... I guess 4 out of 7, and these are only 3 out of 7. Oh, how do I remove that? No, I don't want a signature. Okay, let me just go all the way back then. Back. New game. Create your own. 333. Next. And shit, it's still there. No, I just want to unselect it. No. Whatever. It's not like it affects anything, but it's bugging me. I'm very particular about nothing in general. Alright. Physique, endurance. Cool for fighters who can take a hit, lookouts who don't sleep, and human batteries. Endurance is your metabolism and circulatory system, and improves your health, one of the 2 health pools in the game. It enables to survive being a cop. Who cares if you can't aim a gun, if you can take a few bullets? Why be afraid of drugs that hurt your health if you're a very, very healthy man? Ah, the barbarian. At high levels, endurance enables you to take a few knocks to the head, enjoy a greater quantity of drugs, and shake off a few cardiac arrests. It makes you a powerful man. I just call them oopsies. Who looks down on the weaklings who can't keep up. However, cops with low endurance are likely to struggle. The body is frail already, and the flesh of a cop will often be tested. And if it doesn't pass, it dies. So yeah. Physique. I've got a good metabolism, I think. And my circulatory system seems to be fine. I never seem to want for being cold. I'm Canadian and very happy with the temperature. So I'll put that one at a, I don't know, mid or high. Honestly, I'm pretty sure at this point that physique is going to be mid, but let's go with it for now. Mid. Pain threshold. Cool for unstoppable fighters, guys who won't die, and masochists. Pain threshold ignores damage so you can push on, bloodied and crawling to the bitterest end. It enables you to negate damage you would otherwise take, even mental pain, heartache, and loneliness. In fact, these things can become a thrill you seek out and perversely revel in. Oh. At high levels, pain threshold turns in on itself in seriously unhealthy ways, with full-on self-destructive behavior. With a low pain threshold, however, you will suffer too easily. Even a slap from a teenager will make you whine and complain. What is it with the teenagers bullying me? Like, they're gonna slap me, and they're gonna... I'm gonna yell at them, but they're gonna retort back, and I'm gonna cry? Was that this one? No. Authority? Yeah, when you suffer a psychological breakdown after you yell at a teenager and they laugh at you. Yeah, I'm yelling at them because they just slapped me and it hurt. And now they're causing me mental trauma, too. Oh, jeez. Well, I think my pain tolerance is... Like, if my endurance isn't high... I feel like either my endurance is a little higher than usual or my pain threshold is a little higher than usual. So I'll put one of those high. I certainly wouldn't say both. Cool for muscle men, bare-knuckle brawlers, and gym teachers. Physical instrument is not only your muscles and your skeleton, it is your ability to use them effectively. Well, okay. It enables you to do push-ups, sit-ups, and knockout punches, and 360-degree spin kicks. It's a one-size-fits-all solution to thriving and surviving in a physical world. It's how well trained I am with the physical instrument of my body. Cool, got it. Probably low. You can break doors, chains, and bones, and it makes you laugh at namby-pambies who can't. You'll be manned up, encouraging others to curl iron until they're manned up too. At low levels, however, you'll have a hard time arresting anyone who isn't infirm or already dead. Indeed, engaging in physical confrontations could leave you in either state. Well, mid or mid-low. Let's put that mid. That's my ability to actually implement it. Low. We'll put it low. Electrochemistry. Cool for high flyers, party enthusiasts, and cops who need lightning. Cops who need lightning? Don't know where you're going with that, but alright. Electrochemistry is the animal within you, the beast longing to be unleashed and to indulge and enjoy. Ah, that's disco, baby. It enables you to take drugs with fewer negative side effects. It also enables you to better investigate lurid matters. If you need to understand a chemical breakdown, or talk to someone blasted out of their mind, or understand sexual dynamics, electrochemistry is there to guide you. At high levels, electrochemistry makes you a man of unrestrained pleasure. An unrepentant Lothario who leers at people with a bottle of speed and a plastic bendy straw in either hand. Oh, wow. With a low electrochemistry, you'll be too innocent to be effective. Without a working knowledge of drugs and sex, the city will be difficult to understand. I'm probably rather low in this regard. Oh no, my pen's dying. I need a backup. that one recharge. Alrighty, Shivers. Cool for city lovers, the wisest of the streetwise, the genuinely supernatural. Shivers come when temperature drops and you become more keenly aware of your surroundings. Ah, yes, that stillness in the air. It enables you to hear the city itself, to truly belong to the streets. It is a supernatural ability. Old wrongs play out in present time. Scenes across the city happen in front of you. But who's speaking to you? At high levels, Shivers may make you seem mad to the outside world. As you listen to the city, you don't listen to others. Your superiors may begin to worry. With low Shivers, though, you will seldom hear the city speaking to you. And if you cannot hear it, how can you ever save it? Yeah, I kind of get this. It's a sixth sense, the ability to like feel the world around you. I'd say that's a little high. Half-Light. Cool for high-strung investigators, shoot now, ask questions later cops, and surprise haters. Half-Light is your fight or flight response. Got it? It enables you to sense the way situations are about to turn and injects palpable fear into your heart. Fear that urges you to act before it's too late to act ever again. Fear that makes you frighten others. My god, that guy is so afraid it's making me afraid. It is the aggression that lets you squeeze every last drop of information out of a witness. It's my ability to make a decision and commit to it in a stressful situation. At high levels, Half-Light makes you ultra-attuned to the world. It is perpetual fear of your own shadow, of someone else's name or scent. You'll be ready, always to pounce and physically interrogate passers-by. At low levels, however, you'll find survival instinct is lacking, and your methods limp-wristed. Those who respect violence will not respect you. I'd say my fight or flight is mid, but my ability to instill fear seems weird. Not great. Let's put that in mid. All right, last row. Motorix, hand-eye coordination. For trick shooters, snipers, and jugglers, hand-eye coordination loves the interactions between you and things that fly in the air. It enables you to catch coins from mob bosses, shoot straight, and understand firearms intimately. Yeah, these are really specific examples. Want to know the precise make and mark of a pistol? Hand-eye coordination's got you. Want to shoot someone with it? Ditto. High levels makes you deadly, supposing you a weapon in your hand. But once you do, it'll compel you to take the shot, even if it's not the best approach. Oh, so I'd be very, very quick with my hands, but I'd also be quick to draw. A bit of what was it? The shoot now, ask questions later cop. It's not a conscious decision though. It just happened. Put a gun in my hand and I snapped. At low levels, however, you'll be even more of a disaster in waiting, because when the gun goes off, and they always do, you'll probably hit the wrong target. I play a lot of video games. I did quite a few sports. Tense on did. I want to get back into sports. I want to play badminton again. I have good hand-eye coordination. Perception. Cool for fine detail detectives, sensualists, and urban scavengers. Wants you to be open to the world, with eyes, ears, and nose working at full capacity. Enables you to take in what others don't notice. Little wad of bills hid away in the sugar bowl. The odor of a perp, hiding beneath the floorboards. The gulp of a suspect after claiming they've nothing to hide. Perception takes in every final detail of the physical world, enough to overwhelm all but the strongest mind. However, with low levels, you are going to miss out on everything. After all, you can't arrest what you can't see, hear, or smell. Now, I think I have good perception, but I have a tendency to make
to speculate things and then just kind of like cut off my perception. I start going to logic without all the information. So both of these are high, but they're also kind of working against each other in that regard. Reaction speed. Oh, how'd I get to here? Shot dodgers, thinkers on their feet, and pinball heads. Pinball heads. Is that... Are you calling me... Well, no, I'm not. I guess you're not calling me slow. You call me the opposite of that. Reaction speed is the agility of your body and mind. It is instinct. It enables you to dodge punches, knives, bullets. Also, sucker punches of the verbal kind. You'll be more streetwise, never lost for words or lacking a witty comeback. Your mental alacrity lets you connect little details on the fly, working in tandem with your intellect skills. So it's going to help me implement these a little faster. Alrighty. At high levels, reaction speed makes your twitch reflex freakishly good. However, when your body acts before your mind, innocent situations can turn bad fast. Yeah, the hand-eye coordination was that with a gun. You're high-strung, overly alert. At low levels, though, you won't be the one shooting first, which probably means you won't be shooting at all. Fair is fair. Again, reaction speed is good, but I think I'll just put that one at a mid. Savoir-faire. Acrobats, thieves, and unbearable show-offs. It urges you to be better than you are. It urges you to be disco. Slip by others in Samuran boxing style, then tumble out the back with unexpected acrobatics. Enables you to move with silent footsteps, to groove to a good beat, and to lift useful evidence off perps without them noticing. It also makes you a cooler cop whose athletic flair will certainly impress the citizenry. I keep trying to think of this in D&D and Pathfinder terms, because that's the tabletop that I'm most familiar with. So this just sounds like sleight of hand and performance to me. At high levels, savoir-faire will make you the king of cool, which is as much to say the most stylish douchebag in Revachol. Nobody will see you until you're ready to be seen, and then they'll get the full treatment, whether they want it or not. At low levels, however, you'll be a bumbling, feckless cop, unable to catch a pair of keys, thrown by your partner without losing an eye. I'm... mid. I don't particularly stand out in a situation, but I'm not going to make a bumbling show of myself. Interfacing. Machinists, tinkerers, and instrument players. Interfacing wants you to connect to machines, to use and improve them, because that makes you a better human organism. I mean, so machines are tools. What makes a what gave humanity an edge was their ability to construct and utilize tools, and this is leaning into that. It enables you to understand interactions with machines, be that how to repair the motor of a Kanema motor carriage, how to analyze the way a suspect used a pen, or how to refigure electrical circuits. It even lets you steal keys off a keyring without being noticed. Wasn't that a bit of savoir-faire? Maybe this was more performance and stealth, and this is more craft and sleight of hand. At high levels, interfacing will isolate you from a society. Why bother with people when you can talk to machines? And why bother with things like money when you can just pocket that display sandwich? At low levels, however, you will have a crucial part of the world cut off from you. People use machines to commit crimes all the time. If you can't understand how a crime was accomplished, how can you solve it?
This one's pretty mid. I excel in some of those
spaces, but not others. And composure. Cool for card players, military fetishists, and cool people. Cool as a cucumber. Composure wants you to not crack, or at least it wants you to not crack in front of other people. It enables you to put up a strong front, keeps your emotions hidden from the world, and helps you to read the body language of others, to sense the cracks in their own composure. As well, it keeps you looking good while you do it. You'll rock that disco outfit a lot more if you don't slouch. The high levels composure makes you tuck your gut in and maintain a stern expression, even lying in bed late night when no one can see you. You'll have to keep it up. You'll never be able to stop. You put on a persona and you can't take it off regardless of the situation. With low composure, though, you'll always be the first to crack. Every cop's got a point when all that fear and rage comes spilling out, and the ones who unleash it don't stay on the force much longer. Perhaps worse still, you won't even make the ranks of fashion police. Well, I don't got a sense of fashion. I wear what I like. And I do feel like it's pretty easy to make me break my composure, so I'm going to put that one a little low. Okay, we got our build now. So if I give these a rank of 0 to 2... Then intellect stands at a 7. Psyche is at a 3. Physique is also at a 7. And hand-eye coordination is at a 7. Huh. Okay, well... At the very least, I'm going to be bumping my psyche down 1. And I guess I have to decide what I'm upping with this. I don't know where to put that point. Raw brain power, how smart you are. Physique, your musculature and how strong you are. Or motorics, your senses, how agile you are. I'm tempted to do either intellect or motorics in this case. What do I think I rely on more? My manual dexterity and alacrity, or my raw brain power? I'm gonna say motorics. Even if I don't think I'm particularly well, like,
stronger in my Motorix. I do feel like it's comparatively a lot better than my friends who've deteriorated as we've gotten older. I'm gonna keep those reflexes till the day I die, I guess. So yeah, I guess that'd be my strength. All right. So we are going to be running with middling intellect and physique, low psyche, high motorix, and I hate that they call it this, because signature skill makes it sound like it should be something I'm good at, like I'd choose something out of motorix now that I've determined that to be my preferred skill. But I'm going to put that into Inland Empire, because it's just a bonus to that one. And this will make up for my psyche being a little bit lower now, because I can upgrade all of these minimum of 3 times, as opposed to, like I just did this, for example. So my perception would be, what is that, like 5 out of 9? Or 10? Yeah, 5 out of 10. So I could get all of my motoric skills up to 10, but my psyche skills couldn't go any higher than 4. And while that may be kind of reflective of me, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm the best judge of character of myself, but I'd say I'm pretty well versed in me. I think I'm gonna keep that in psyche, just because I do feel like I have a good Inland Empire. And then everything else in there is... yeah. Alrighty. Here's a me, I guess. High Motorix, Low Psych, and Inland Empire. Finally starting. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. I guess I should say before we begin, it's been an hour, and I've been like duly impressed with the writing in just the technical numbering aspect thus far. So now that I can stop min-maxing my potential, we can move on to the actual substance and dialogue that this game has been lauded for.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness.
Oh, I can finally take a break from talking.
Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Give in to the darkness.
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever? Simply keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
I'll let the black fathomless deep take me again.
No ball of meat. No light in the formless nothing. Just nice women.
So, tell me about the place. What are the sights? What are the sounds?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
I want
to get off now? I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. I guess that wasn't what I wanted to ask then. No bowl of meat, no light in the formless nothing, just night swimming. For more oblivion. I mean, I do like a little bit of these things.
Do you really?
Yeah, can't do this all night. Let's get
You
off.
wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Thank you, Inland Empire.
There's this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
Am I a big ball or a small ape kind of man? Small apes. I guess that answers that question.
Infinitesimally small. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
And there's duking it out I keep hearing about. What's that?
Dying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face. Or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean drowned?
You lost.
I lost the ape race. And this is what's become of me. I'm lying half naked, a la oh man, what's that film? Oh, you know, the drug one with the Night of Resentment in Vegas. All right, let's take in the scene here. Me face is all blurry. I gotta hold tab to highlight things. Ugh, gotta get closer to my keyboard. Alright, well, I just woke up and I got a killer hangover. I feel like I should go to the bathroom and get a drink of water. Can I do that? I might be able to.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
And it's running hot water. Water's still hot. Whatever apartment building I'm in has got to have a pretty good water heater then.
Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
It happens to me all the time.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror,
You cut your hand on a loose edge and you bleed out. Because you nicked a vein. You lose.
you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there. and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. Guess I'll take my mind's advice. Thank you, Inland Empire. What's in the tub? Wine, beer, and sweet liquor. Oh boy, a shirt. More conceptualization, but lower suggestion. Well, I guess I gotta go collect crap from around my apartment. And go get my pants. Makes me more of a sex machine. Oh, I don't get the option to equip them. I'm just wearing them. So I feel like in this state, I'd probably just put on my pants right now, but I guess I can put on my shirt. How do I leave the inventory? Not like that. I guess it'll have to be escape. Oh, that's just a bonus. Well, I guess I'll put that on. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Well, before that... What was this? Oh, broken window.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Assess the damage, I guess?
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
I probably threw something.
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
A baseball? A softball? A bocce ball?
Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend.
Huh.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I don't need it. I don't need anyone. I certainly don't need a shoe. Oh, is this the... Visual calculus is the one who's helping me figure this out, but the talking to inanimate objects, that was my Inland Empire talking out to me, weren't it? I should go get that shoe.
Gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Oh boy, I got some experience and a quest. Don't I usually get experience for a quest?
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Turn the fan off.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Yeah, went from a 58 to a 92. That's,
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
snap.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, what a... Oh, what a hideous tie. Who... Oh... Actually, no, I kind of like it. I changed my mind. I like the tie. Okay, is there anything else in the apartment to look at? Doesn't look like it. Out we go to go... Oh, I suppose go get my shoe. Just limp out the hall with my one shoe. Lose. 11 degrees centigrade. Rainfall. Money? Revachol zone of control. 0 degrees centigrade. Black ice warning. Oh boy, somebody left some money on the counter. I'll pick that up. I found my shoe. I put on my shoes. I'm a rather... No, I'm a disheveled piece of shit is what I am. I like awful. What's this? Goes to briny wind washes over you.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
I appear to have just absolutely horrible sense of fashion.
Like 2 baby crocodiles. Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
The shoes are a good fit for me.
Hello, officer.
March 51.
The
Hello,
young
ma'am?
woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Pretty portraits. Wish my portrait looked like that.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir.
Yeah, you're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
Yeah, and what business might I ask is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. Oh, just immediately go for the bed eyes. Who would let me be an
Don't
officer?
be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Yeah, not interested.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
How about you tell me something
Yeah.
else?
Those words, tell me something else, feel like something you've said innumerable times before. Your mouth is the very shape of them.
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Yeah, you bet.
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them. Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
What was I singing?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, you mean that in a cool way? Like a wild beast?
Yes. It was very cool.
Oh, thanks.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
There's a difference, I guess.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Kind of sounds like you've been doing a bit of screaming too. Your voice is rather hoarse.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Well, change the
The
topic.
dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
All right, well, I don't think I need to ask about the date.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Later, ma'am. Take a puff. Don't let a good cigarette go to waste. Weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trump Le Monde. Oh, there's the man. Summer door closed for the winter. Okay, well, where's the winter door? It's too early to sing. Is that guy doing taxidermy in the bar?
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system by other people. You should sing the sad, slow song you were listening to last night. Thought it was obvious. No, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound.
Being sad is super cool.
You have to find out how the song goes first, though. Maybe a tape of something appropriate would help.
I got some of those upstairs, maybe. Is this gonna get me anywhere? This feels like a loose end that goes nowhere.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance.
Yeah, what's
then
going on
looks
here?
down
You've
again.
you've got a shelf full of liquor. You got some plates. You've got a tap and a bunch of drains. A sewing machine and some taxidermy. So this is a bar, but you're also doing crafts right now?
That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
Did I do
A
that?
small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua, Ste Koare Skua." Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there.
Looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the
Why
floor.
don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. A competent work of taxidermy. Looks like the bird was a small something about it makes you feel bitter.
Oh, I got another look at it.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Well, I bothered him enough. Oh, that's the stairs. Oh, is that a... I can run. Okay. Nosafed. Uh, it'll heal me apparently, so I guess it's effectively a potion. Or did I just immediately consume it? This is water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. Oh, good. I can zoom out a bit. This perspective's a little close for me. Union paraphernalia. Strike poster and some red pennants. Mess hall reserved for Union members. Door opens at 4. This royal pinball machine is unplugged.
Hello, sweetie.
Cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
I guess I'll talk with you later.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
All right. Sure. Let's take a chance.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It is not yet time. How forward do I want to be with this guy? They tell me I'm a cop, but I don't know much right now, so I should find someone I can trust.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area, now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Was that a little bit of a slight against me, or an unintended one?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice. Right. And the interviews?
I doubt.
Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Well, I'm sorry, but I was apparently having a good time last night, and then a bad time.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
That's priorities. Let's get this out underway.
Officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Yes? What do you want to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
The lieutenant adjusts his collar. It doesn't look like he wants the case to be more mysterious.
Good.
I'll talk about you with you later.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding.
His very unimpressive beard and a rather weak chin. Bit of a baby face there, but not like in a young, youthful fashion. More like I never grew out of my baby fat.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
I'm currently in between names.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm should probably just shut my mouth up right now.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
Oh, I need another drink. I've been meaning to do that for a while now. A little bit of hair of the dog there, amber and wood.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
I don't need my glasses to see this, but it does make it a little easier to focus.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
Yeah, I did succeed. Huh, Sylvie's phone number should be something I can use to call Sylvie.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have everything. You?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? She went away because none of your business.
Fine.
Extra fine. Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
What's real? Yeah, that feels like a bit of a.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
With a ra.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
By real, do you mean some form of street cred?
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
You're under arrest.
What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Proceed, but don't show him the coins. They're yours.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Robocop. Oh, Lord.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time.
Yes?
Yeah, no, let's, guess we're heading out now. I already forgot the directions. Going outside the building and then through a big fence hole. No, not here, obviously. Sir? Sir? It's morning.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
+1 ruckus talking to Gart. Yeah, I guess I would, I don't know, does that make it harder or easier for me to talk to Gart? I'd assume harder. Lieutenant, who is this? It's a dog worker. Even B. Beautiful, rich, delicious rum.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Oh, I got one of those, not a butt chin, but I got like an innie. I don't want to talk. Guy's really sensitive about that dimple.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. You know where we are, right?
We're spooky ghosts.
That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
You remembered what year we're living in. Congratulations.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
I like to think the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. We live under the cop regime.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct.
Cool, I'm the last of my kind.
Revachol is a zone of
Put me on the
control
endangered
led by an
list.
alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Yeah, I got other things to attend to anyway.
She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll talk to you again later. Probably. Maybe. Oh boy. How... Okay. Not super big yet. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. My view is expanding. Even snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Street sign reads, "Fuck the place." Oh. Kim, no, don't look.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
I am pleased to meet you too, officer. Of course. Where to? Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago. No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
I mean, wait, am I going to be performing the autopsy right there in the middle of the yard? Myself? Kim's wearing gloves. Now, hold on a sec. Rue de Saint, Gislin 8B. Oh, is that an intercom?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Oh, cool. Dead body hanging from a tree, and there's a child just throwing rocks at it.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Yeah, some of the models haven't done people justice, but yeah, his is, oof.
Oh yeah, Nappa Kuno!
Rubbing in the dick?
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah, right in the mouthful!
Shits himself?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Don't know what a fucking rake is.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
Letter R wears a crown, the ribbon below, a light above descending.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
I mean, I could try to get a count.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
Ah, my brain!
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
This kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. Ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Oh, that's a lot of endurance that you need for that. Oh, and I can always pass or always lose a check if I roll double sixes or snake eyes, respectively. So I guess I have an average of 7 that I would add with my dice to any check. So yeah, I need... do I just need double sixes for this? I need double sixes for this. There's no way I have... Well, no, I guess I could still get an 11. I think I have 3 strength. Or yeah, I have 3 endurance, so it's possible.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
What's in the bags? Oh, money. And magnesium. Well, I'm hoping I can pick this up, but if not, then I do need the morale. Oh, geez. Lots of systems here. Temporary research bonus, +1 encyclopedia, factual memory returns. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel, bridge southwest of here. Fall over, get up. Get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through the courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor track, the 81, until you reach Le Des Moines in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a side alley there, and your footprints in the mud.
Oh, okay. Ooh. What the heck is this? Yeah. Might have to do some more research on how level ups work, because I was not aware of the thought cabinet at all. Sing karaoke, inspect victim's body, report your badge, pissing competition. Doing the call, reporting the crime. So, yeah, I'll call Sylvie. No, I'll report my badge and then I'll call Sylvie. And I'll pay for the damages at some point. I should look for somebody rich to give me some more info. Alright. Well, I'm just going to take a short break because that beer is going right through me. Yeah, get up, stretch. Oh, yeah, that's a... Oh! Darn chair getting caught on the carpet. Get up, stretch, grab a snack, grab a drink. We will be right back.
Hey, I'm back. Alright, let us resume this investigation. Oh, but, how am I to heal? Did I not? With the green ape head on one end, the ape has closed its eyes. A kind expression adorning its face. It seems to be meditating. Gave me a pen for children for some reason. I don't know where it went. Oh, okay, it's right here. So I did hold it. I've got like temp. Well, I got healing on standby.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
I'm taking a chance.
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? That's it.
Oh, hold on a sec. There's also, oh, that's all the way around, is it?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid, there's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind.
Low perception. Where'd she go?
Die before I squeal, pig. What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
Better not throw any rocks at me.
Throwing rocks. All right, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got.
Basketball player dribbling fast.
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place? Night City? Kuno is in fucking Night City. Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He could have just said he doesn't know.
Kuno knows shit. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
All right, let's get in on his wave.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right? Course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig. Not everyone can fly like Kuno. You're old. You'll never make it. Moose piss has made you scared in the head.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
This is what passes for a car now? All right.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. This Poslavantore mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
What kind of responses are these? Just leaning right into that psychopath, I guess. Nothing important to the case over here, so we're on the other side of the building.
Welcome to Elysium.
Just loads of money in the street. Hooray, more magnesium.
Hello again, officer. How are things? Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. Okay.
Yes?
There appears to be a way onto the roof. Can I just use this door? Yep, I can just use it. Alright, in we go.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Are you a really good detective?
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
What's this? Thanks for the money, kids. Oh, can't reach it. It's evidence, potentially. If I can pick up enough scraps, I might be able to pay off my debt. Is there no good way for me to get off this roof? Oh, shoot. There's some sort of route for me to get there.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Sure, let's bond with Kim a little bit.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 major stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
I can't give myself a little bit more savoir-faire by taking off my pants and my shoes.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM.
I did just raise my odds by a fair margin. Let's go for it. No pants for me.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Close your eyes, let your senses take in the world around you. I'm already making some poor choices, sure.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Alright, I'm gonna put my pants back on. Oh, well, yeah, no, this is just better than my disco-ass blazer. Okay, I can just click on the icon again. I didn't even realize I was doing it at some point. Giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. As they are wont to do. Book La Fume, Volume 1, Number 4.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friso. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
And they saw the follies in both systems. Good
So
on them.
please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
That sounds like an interesting read, at least. I'll look at that more later, maybe. Almost sentient. Ugh, thick. Another postcard. I'm just taking every loose thing that lies before me. Ooh. Some neat office shades. I see you just... Oh, no. Looking good, man. Very disco. I got a good supply of healing items now, so I can take some risks.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown...
I'm glad to see Kim is willing to bend the rules a bit. This is not like Revachol is a particularly grand law-abiding town, it seems.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
I don't got no volition.
The drawer slides shut.
I don't
don't think I have anything that'll mess with volition. Doesn't look like it. Well.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Could I actually focus through not focusing?
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there? My thought exactly, officer. Shall we?
The drawer slides. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
I got no one to call right now. I'm supposed to use the one in the buggy. Well, I don't see a way down from here, so I guess we're just continuing the investigation this way.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. It really, really doesn't. Let's turn our attention elsewhere and move on.
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather. The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Little something something.
The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date. Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease. Don't think
Yeah, I don't need all that.
quick. Think about something else.
I'm a cop. I have cop things to do, murders to solve, people to help. Kim's counting on me. Disco, mirror balls, kick-ass moves, boogie beat. Think about baseball. I am scared I will never be held or loved in this world again. Now is not the time to have some sort of moral crisis. About drugs. Just like over-the-counter drugs, just painkillers.
The enormity of the case before you dwarfs the list of side effects. You can't even see the side effects anymore. Then you stand and exit the booth.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that? Fine, but let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Oh, hit an autosave. Something about to happen?
Yes?
We've been walking around for a while. Tell me about yourself, Kim.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side.
Seoul.
It's not an interesting topic.
I thought that was pronounced more like Seoul. Seoul. Maybe in my tongue it sounds more like soul, but is it properly pronounced seal?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul.
This is a rather poor point of conversation, but it's...
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then. That's correct.
You feel...
Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome. What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
What? Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Not a big fan on conversation, I guess. Or at least conversation with me. I'll have to work on that.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off.
I guess it will be that. I don't want to turn anything on and draw attention to myself, especially if I don't need to. But if the machines are turned off right now, then
there's a good chance that nobody's on site? Can't remember what day it is. And whatever that is, it's locked. What you doing here, bud?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
I don't see a lot of reason to talk to him right now, especially if I probably shouldn't be here. What have I just walked into?
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Oh, that expression.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
I squat.
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
I lost some health for sitting in a chair.
Violating your backside.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Why are you giving this to me? What's our relation? Is this like a bargaining chip for later? Are you gonna pull this up when you need a favor?
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its
A trivial
gravitation.
check. My brain! My gun! Oh, no, I passed the trivial check. So why is... Oh, could it have been worse? Could I have taken 2 damage and instantly died? Let me just take some magnesium.
Oh God, why didn't you think of this before? Cops have guns.
They're not all
Where's
cops.
yours?
Japanese cops only have nightsticks because guns are outlawed, but it's... I mean, probably not an issue here. If I didn't have my badge, then there's no chance I have my gun. This doesn't worry me at all. Who cares if I've lost my gun? And the love of my life.
Fuck love. This is your gun. This is serious.
No, Inland Empire, leave me alone!
Are you alright, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be alright. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be...
How do you know, Ivrot?
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
-1 for taking the novelty check. The gun was a surprise because I didn't learn about it, and the chair freaking hurts. Yeah, not a good chance. Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Oh God. Oh, I'm gonna fail again.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you?
You're about to cry?
Because you lost your gun, and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what? Men can cry too.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to prove?
I'm out of magnesium!
Fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Just keep sliding down, melt into a puddle. Return to the darkness.
Are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
I'm melting.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age... Yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess.
Yes.
Very impressive, Harry.
Peak
Very
physical condition.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it. Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
What do you mean opening doors?
Oh, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't worry. This annoying thing I have is completely legal. I just need you to open a door.
The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here. He has your fate decided. Bide your time, however, and let the stars continue their course, and that frown shall turn into a smile. Only if you play along.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry. My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is, I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I can help you out. I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you were probably right. I can.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Get the feeling if I fail this, I might die of a mental breakdown.
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry. It's Harry. Harry Dubois. And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you? But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay. Oh, Harry. You are the most regular, traditional, by-the-book lore official imaginable. Now that is funky, Harry. You are a colorful fellow. Not a boring stiff like this deceitful folder here implies.
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
Family? Harry, you're not a family man.
Didn't think as much.
There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man, do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry? That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats. Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me. Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Let's hear it, Harry.
No,
of course,
don't need that.
wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Oh boy, a union. Postcard, postcard. Photo of a happy couple. Giant novelty check. Sure hope that constable isn't directed towards me and is meant to make the, damn, what kind of place was that? Open the basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard.
The lyrics to this contain the accent.
Container, Everard. He looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am. Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting. You see disdain in the lieutenant's dark eyes when they meet yours for a moment. He does.
Oh, mister, I do a lot more than that. I really do most everything around here. Mr. Everett said many times I'm irreplaceable. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
That's your work for the day, keeping out scabs?
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Oh, jeez.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
Titus.
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
I have a card. I'm part of the union.
This boy stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling him to take some time off. I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days.
Gotta talk about something while you're working out in the yard.
Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, so it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
I'm not in a good position to ask any mind-bending questions right now.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Bye-bye now.
Can't tell if that's checkpoint-based or if it's time-based. Marsh.
Marsh. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
And? Oh, I should be able to pass between the two sides now.
With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled. The rusty control panel grows warm to the touch, then grows cold. It is finished. A faint smell of burning rubber reaches your nostrils. A short circuit.
Oh, looks like there's no moving it now.
Can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Oh,
A rusted control panel with several knobs. The crane does not return to its original.
Just turning it off, but I guess I was moving it back to its resting position. What was that? Oh, I missed it. Well, I need to take another break, because drinks, so, you know, take your own breaks, do what you gotta do, we'll be back. And I'm back.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
I already did.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no effect. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
So this key will allow me to leave out that door from earlier? Yep, alrighty. In case of a strike.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning. Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Oh, you want to talk disco?
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Well, there's a chance this kills me here.
Ask what kind of races there
Hurrah.
are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you? What thing? We already got in the harbor. You just want to hear about races, don't you?
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on? I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does. You'll need to first learn about Type A and B to appreciate the depravity of the chimeric races.
Pretty sure I can get that off of context clues if you just tell me what the hell you mean by depravity.
It just won't make any sense.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic.
God, I sure hope there's an exam on this.
Progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Koikos of Grad, Yugo, Jims, Chest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
Yes, to an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato. The Koiko, The countless micronationalities au grade are all inexplicably obsessed with Potat. The only thing they like more is divided into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba. The Revacholians, halfway between type A and racial cauldron. Too mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive Chespias.
Really opened a whole can of worms here by talking to this guy about race.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath written potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoico to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade roots and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of Tibet mediocrity.
Okay, finally getting on to CF.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me. Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, it is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of CF. Were there any able-bodied races you need dedication on? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Yeah, I really don't need to go any further into this.
Lost, though. Buckled away at the last gate. This is why your haplogroup will never rise from the ashes. Now, I need to luxuriate in the private company of my babe. Leave me. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibet Vacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease? Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Yes.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
A disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Measurehead stoically looks to the distance in silence.
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
The last thing I need to do is ask this guy more about himself and his interests. Okay, I guess I've got a better understanding of what racists are like here in Revachol, but I don't think that was relevant to my case.
Scab? I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess. I'm more of a philosophical dog worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Who he is, and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
We're negotiating our share. Aye.
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process. No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't. And none of the above kind of man. No harm in being that. I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties. Watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
Yeah. A desk aside, the guy's living in a bunker with pallets for stairs.
Okay, he's reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all. Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide, yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider, if need be, an endless torrent of time.
Dude seems pretty lax.
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair. What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Because I keep saying none of the above political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. It is, isn't it? History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment. Tisk tisk, just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What sang-froid? What a fucking joke.
I'm having an internal struggle.
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
I mean, we're experiencing a bit of that now.
Then you've never lived through real chaos.
True.
Sometimes, in the face of great disaster, defending the status quo is progress. The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Completely give up on the present for the future?
What you want is immaterial. The kingdom of conscience is coming, whether you like it or not. Only very slowly.
Cool, then I won't get to experience it in my lifetime. I win. Yeah, you know, that's a pretty good point. We just received an autosave, and I guess we're on our way to the house behind the greenhouse. Or the rest of the investigation. I feel like I got distracted at some point because I didn't really know where to go next, and then I was just all of a sudden in the yard and advancing things with no prompt. I feel like I missed a step. Hopefully that doesn't mess things up too much. Not in the story, but in my experience of it. What's the deal with this stuff? Can I upgrade anything yet? I haven't seen any sort of, like, level up notification. Doesn't look like it. And I still don't quite understand what's going on here. Temporary research bonus. So what, this will get me a bonus encyclopedia for 6 hours? And there's skill points on it for some reason. Yeah, so I guess we're probably going to call it here, and before next session, I'm going to try to figure out what the hell this is about. Maybe anything else in here that I might have missed. Alright, yeah, do a hard save here, in case that quick save doesn't last me. And we'll leave. Alright, well. Went a little bit longer than I had anticipated. I guess that makes up for the later start
in a way. Just kind of got carried away with it. This is very, very engrossing so far. It's very easy to get lost in this. I am looking forward to finding out where Disco Elysium goes. And how disco I can truly be. Oh yeah, so that'll be it for the night. We're gonna be back next week, probably with some more disco. Like I said, I'm looking at changing the schedule around a bit to potentially run some other stuff in tandem, so I'm not just plowing through one game. I might do some more casual stuff, like I don't know, if I'm not really feeling up to a stream, maybe I'll just pull up some Final Fantasy XIV or some Hat in Time or Elden Ring or Sea of Thieves, something sort of casual with online capabilities in case, I don't know, someone feels like joining me. But more than likely it'll just be a solo grind. Yeah, okay. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for stopping by. Ah! Misclick. There we go. Thank you very much for stopping by. I will see you next week. Oh, and I'll look into getting a new controller so we can get back to Shenmue at some point. Alright. Good night. Take care.